Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to another pick a card reading. Today we're doing 4 piles, or I guess it's pick a pile, and I decided to mix it up a little, and instead of you guys choosing crystals, you'll be choosing between a pair of tea bags. So there's going to be 2 tea bags per pile. The piles are already shuffled and the cards are already all set. And this is, who are you currently manifesting into your life? So this is actually, I guess this is the first love reading I've done on the channel. So that's exciting. And I will show you the tea bags now. All of the timestamps will be down below as well in the description, and I think I'll also try to get them posted in the comment section as well as all of the cards that I'm using. And if you're interested in some of the teas that I mentioned, well, I'll put the names of them in the description as well with the timestamps. Okay, so let me show you your options. So pile number 1, your 2 teas are Breathe Easy and Refreshment. I don't know if you're able to see it because of the glare. Hopefully it's not too bad of a glare. Without it, it would be very dim. And pile number 2, your 2 teas are Lemon Ginger and Manuka Honey. I can't tell if the light is just making it impossible for you guys to see or not. And also you have Organic Chamomile or Chamomile. I'm not really, I like saying chamomile, but I don't know if that's actually, I don't know if there are any other people that say it like that, like chamomile. I know it's chamomile, but I like the way it sounds when I say chamomile. Pile number 3, you guys have Awake English Breakfast and Organic Rooibos. Okay, and pile number 4, you guys have Organic Nighty Night Extra and Passion. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a moment to select your piles, and I think I'll display the teas for you in a way that I can. Well, I can't include all of them, unfortunately. It cuts out, but just all the teas. Okay. So I'm going to give you a moment to choose your set of teas. And now we're going to start the reading. So I'm just going to move everything out of the way for now. Oh, something I didn't actually think about was where to put the actual piles. Okay. So if you chose the Refreshment and the Breathe Easy, this is your pile. Welcome to your reading, pile number 1. So I'm going to separate the cards a little bit because we've got a few things that we're going to be addressing. Yes, and in case you were wondering what was in these teas, let's see if they list them on the back. So Refreshment has peppermint, spearmint, and tarragon. So that's this one. And then Breathe Easy is a eucalyptus mint. And funnily enough, when I started pairing stuff, well, actually, I took a note for you guys because when I was shuffling your cards, oh my goodness, for whatever reason, your pile was just not having it. There was so much confusion all the other piles, there was more like, I'm sure of what I'm doing. And with you guys, it was more, with you guys, it was definitely a bit more of a struggle to figure out, oh, do I take this? Do I not? Is this card meant for this pile? I'm not sure. But yes, I even literally wrote down a note for you guys about that, because I think that is going to be kind of something that we see in the reading. So I'm not going to lay out all of the cards just yet. I'm just going to lay out the first part of the reading, which is going to be who are you, or who are you at this moment, and also who is your person at this moment. And then we're also going to see where you currently are and where you will be when you meet your person, the person that you're manifesting, that is. And then we're also going to see where your person is and where they're going to be when they meet you. Just a little disclaimer, I wanted to let you guys know that all of this is subject to change. This is just the person that you're manifesting at this moment, with the actions that you're taking now and the stuff that you guys are doing now. If you don't like this person, you don't have to be with this person. If you do like this person, then I really hope that, you guys are happy. But I just wanted to put that little disclaimer out there, that it's not something that is set in stone. And if it's something that you guys are unhappy about, it doesn't have to be something that you claim as your own. And also, I like to think of these kinds of readings as little heads ups, like, oh, this is what your current path is bringing into your life right now. So we're going to start with just laying that out. I'll place your tea bags over here for now. Okay. And we'll start laying out your cards. So for you, we have Walrus. Remain vigilant about the current situation. Pay attention to signs and omens and let them dictate your choices. I can't tell if the light is way too bright for you guys or not. I'm going to see if I can adjust it a little so it's not like, okay, I think that's better. And then your person, we have Seagull. Now is the time for deep emotional healing. Okay. And then I'm going to lay out all of the cards before I start doing the reading. But we have here, for where are you currently in your life, we have the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. And then where you will be when you meet your person, we have the Shield Maiden. And then for your person, where are they currently in their lives, we have the Three of Swords. And where they will be when you meet them, Guardian Angel, you are not alone. Oh, and the Shield Maiden said, make plans and focus. And then we have the reason or the purpose of you guys coming together. And I will show these cards at the end, so they'll kind of stay hidden here while we talk about what's going on. And then the rest of the cards will lay out when it is time to lay them out. So I'll place them here for now. Okay. And you know what? We'll set these aside for now as well. So give me one moment and I will go ahead and start. I just need a moment to kind of get a feel for what's going on here. Okay. So I'm getting that right now you guys are in a place where you are learning to give back to yourself. Maybe there was a point where you poured a lot into other people, or you gave too much of yourself to others in the past, and now is the time when you're learning to pull your energy back, get your energy back. And I'm seeing that in the process of you doing this, there may be a little bit of ego involved. And what I mean by that is that you're working on this healing process. But because you're pulling back your power and you're learning that not to pour too much into others, giving too much of yourself away, I think you guys put up stronger shields and barriers around yourself, making it a little hard for people to come into your life. Yeah, I'm just seeing, and it's funny because Refreshment and Breathe Easy, both of those are giving me really like heart chakra vibes, and that's what I'm seeing here, is that you guys have kind of, overgiving, that's a heart chakra thing, learning to find the balance in the situation, right? Giving too much and not receiving enough, that's usually associated, those are traits that have to do with the heart chakra. Usually when the heart chakra needs a little bit of healing, or to be like looked at a little bit more, we tend to be doing that, where we overgive and we don't receive, or vice versa. You receive too much and don't give enough. So what I'm getting here is you guys have kind of, amongst picking up the pieces, you've sort of put this barrier around your heart to protect your heart. And you may think that this shield that you're using is necessary, but I'm getting that it's just this phase in your life, like you're seeing that you overgive and you're starting to be a little bit more defensive. And honestly, the phase that I'm seeing you in when you meet this person is still very similar. So there is a chance that this person is coming in a shorter time frame. But yes, I'm seeing that you're kind of becoming a master of your heart in a way, and that you're very protective. You're being very protective over it when this person comes into your life. Like if they come into your life and you meet them, you're not just going to be open to them willy-nilly. It's kind of like you come in with your guards up a little, testing the waters. And as for your person is also in this process of healing. So you guys are kind of mirroring each other. And yeah, you guys are kind of mirroring each other, which I think is very normal. We tend to, I just think that's very normal in human behavior and relationships that we can attract, especially. And this person is also in a place where they're doing some deep emotional healing. They had some, right now, since this is where they currently are with the Three of Swords, it seems like there are some deep emotional wounds. Maybe they had just gotten out of a relationship not too long ago, and so again, this is not when they're going to be coming up to you. This is where they currently are before they get to you. And I'm just seeing that there's a lot of healing. And what I think is interesting is both of you guys have these similar colors in the back of the cards that represent you, with the blues and the purples. And you're both sea related, or you're represented by sea related creatures. So I think that's really interesting that even though the physical appearance is different, it's like you're both coming from a mutual place of understanding. And in regards to where this person will be when they meet you, you have guardian angel, you are not alone. I think this person will be in a place where they're starting to heal. And I think they can understand why your guard will be up. But what I'm also intuitively kind of sensing is the fact that your guard will be up might be a little intimidating to them because they're still feeling a little fragile from the last experience. But this person will be very, this person will always make an effort to be understanding because they know exactly where you're from. They see you and they're like, oh, I get it. We're one of a kind. We're the same. I completely understand, and I think with this shield maiden, even though she's got her shield and her sword up, and she's coming in a little defensive, I think with this guardian angel, this person is coming in more, still a little wounded because, emotional wounds can take time to heal, but they're trying to come in with that open heart. They're trying to be there and present, with that, which I think is extremely emotionally intelligent of this person. And even here, like with them being the seagull, it's like they're testing out new waters. They're flying, they're soaring, they're trying something new. They're moving themselves into something new. They're the type of person that understands that it doesn't serve to stay stuck in certain emotional places. If you feel hurt, cry over it and then work your way towards moving on. They understand that being stagnant is not productive, and it's not the greatest way to live life, that it can prevent you from having success and happiness. And so this is a person that's constantly trying to improve themselves. And I'm sensing that this is like they're entering a phase, if they're not already there with this healing, that they're really trying to be more gentle with themselves. So that's very sweet. That really shows a lot of emotional depth, and that this person has really grown and developed over their life. And they give you a lot of patience in order to feel comfortable enough around them to start slowly, like lowering your sword, and then you can get to lowering your shield. And sorry if you guys see my hand in the screen, it is because I have to unlock the computer. Okay, but yes, so let's see the reason why this person is coming into your life. So you guys got 2 cards. We have Earth and Consciousness. And the numbers are 24 and 17. So that's also reducing down to 7 and 8. So I'm getting that this person is coming into your life. Wow. Okay. And it's interesting because if you also look at it, Earth is like the root chakra, right? And it makes me think of kind of like the Kundalini and like the Vedic belief in like the chakra systems, and how the Kundalini is the serpent energy that starts, some would say in the root chakra, right? Some say in the sacral chakra, but we'll say it's like the root chakra. And then it's the Shakti energy that rises to meet the Shiva in the third eye, which is like that consciousness. So it's like, and also since this, the Earth comes down to, or when you add up the numbers, the 2 and 4, you get 6. Sorry, I said 7 initially, but I meant 6. And then when you add up consciousness, you get the number 8. So it's kind of like instead of taking a step-by-step process, this person coming into your life can kind of help. Instead of taking one step, you kind of go up 2 steps. They can help you. This is just the word that keeps coming into my head, but it's almost kind of like upgrade a little faster, or to move into the next state of being or into the next phase of your life a little quicker if you choose to accept the opportunity. Do you need them in order to have that healing and that connection and, to move through the phases in your life? No, of course not. We're supposed to, well, in my opinion, this is something that we should, that we have the potential to do on our own. But it's almost like this person, right? Even with the guardian angel here, this person is like almost like a gift from the universe, right? Kind of like they're saying we're sending him or her in for you, so that it's a little easier. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to struggle in order to get through those parts of your life. It doesn't have to be a struggle. It doesn't have to be a constant battle uphill. There could be someone who helps you get there in a gentler way. It's kind of making me think of the 6 of Swords, which is a card of a person in a boat, or a woman and a child in a boat with, their shoulders down, they're covered up, and the waters are rocky on one side and smooth on the other, and there's this man that's kind of ushering them through the rocky waters into calmer waters. It's making me think of that. It's like you don't have to be on a boat that's super rocky, okay? This person is coming into your life so that when you go into those calmer waters, when you go into the next phase, when you go into your transition in your life into something, into your progressions, it doesn't have to be so hard. It doesn't have to be so isolated. You don't have to do it on your own. You don't have to go through the rockiest waters in order to get there. The boat doesn't have to shake so that everything is falling out in the process. It could just rock a little smoother. It doesn't have to be as bumpy. And so this person is really, it's like they're coming in for companionship. And I think that's very sweet. And it can be very healing for the two of you to really be like, you're not alone. You don't have to be alone. You don't have to feel alone, because even with this 5 of Swords energy, you see how everybody's walking away and they're like, haha, I'm the victor. You see, this person's alone. The Shield Maiden, she's protecting her heart. She's alone. The 6 of Pentacles, even. This person giving everything out, they're on their own. So I think the message really here is both of you are learning this, and I think that this person coming in is going to approach you more likely with letting you know, hey, you don't have to be alone. That doesn't have to be your thing. You don't have to be alone anymore. We can do this together. It doesn't always have to be lonely or in isolation. You don't have to succeed on your own. You don't have to live life on your own. We can be there for each other. We can have each other's backs. And I think that is just so freaking sweet. And even here, when you look, right, with this walrus and then this seagull, right? The walrus is kind of stationary. It's kind of like a little bit of a lump here, like going through its thing. It's a little sloppy. It's a little slow when it like walks on land. And then you have this seagull who's kind of like watching. Oh, let me bring him a little closer. Like watching over, flying over to make sure, hey, the waters are clear. I'm going to make sure I watch over you as you do your thing, So it's like this person is coming in to just kind of be like, hey, you're not alone. I'm here with you through the process. I think that is so sweet, you guys. Okay, and now we're going to look into the potential of this relationship. So it's just 3 cards for the potential of this relationship, and that is finances, compassion, and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, you see, this is exactly what I was talking about. And in regards to finances, I think it's interesting because a card that actually came out for your pile that I ended up putting away because I was like, I don't think this card is meant to necessarily also be here, was the Five of Pentacles. And it's these people that are kind of suffering or a financial loss and walking away, right? And even here with the Six of Pentacles, you're seeing this person is giving out money. Okay, so this person can kind of be there for you guys. And this is a root chakra stone as well. Color. So this is the root chakra. This person is providing you, and even with finances, I'm getting that it's like a sense of stability. Again, I'm just getting that sense of stability. And even with this compassion here, this person is like, let me lend a helping hand. You don't always have to. I see that you have poured before and it makes you hesitant to do so again. So I've poured before and I've been burned. I've been hurt. Oh, and you know what's funny? Look at this. It matches the tea. Matches the tea bags. But it's like they're saying, I've poured before myself and I've gotten burned. And so I understand that it's going to take some time, but I want you to know I'm here for you. You know, this person just looks at you with so much compassion because they're like, I don't see the difference between you and me. And maybe some of you have insecurities about your body with this walrus here. Yeah, I think you guys could also be kind of intuitive. I'm getting kind of like a Queen of Swords vibes. You know, you could be very intuitive, but, and you're no bullshit. And because of that, you kind of, it's easy in that state of mind to kind of create these barriers for yourself and really be overprotective of yourself. And this person sees that and they see you. And even though they're coming in with a little bit of a, I don't want to say fully broken heart, you know, like they're working on it, but a little bit of like a, you could say almost like a slight a hollowness in a certain part of them that they're working on filling. It's not like they're just coming in empty. They're actively working on filling that space in themselves and not relying on another person to do it too. I think that's important. So this person coming in is not looking at you to fill a space in them. They understand that they have to do it themselves. Like I said, they have an incredible emotional intelligence, but they're just saying, hey, we don't have to go through these processes on our own. We can do it together. We can work on our own things together. I can work on pouring into me. You can work on pouring into you. And then when we're around each other, we'll share a little bit of ourselves with each other, you know. And I'm getting like this person. And it's funny because this Knight of Swords energy is also giving me the same vibe as the seagull in a way. Because the Knight of Swords rushes in. You know, and in a way, I feel like this person is almost like a divine messenger. It's like this is giving me the same vibes as this guardian angel card. It's like this person has been sent in by divine in a way. To be like, you're being given an opportunity now to not have to do it alone. So I think that's very sweet. You guys have the potential of this relationship is just like somebody who's always going to be there for you, somebody who is super compassionate towards you and is super understanding. And yeah, I'm getting that there's also going to be a lot of intellectual stimulation in this relationship if you choose to accept this person. There's going to be a lot of intellectual stimulation. Like you guys are going to talk through your issues and your problems and your insecurities, and just in general, you guys are going to talk through everything, and you're going to be able to talk about anything. And I'm getting almost kind of like a therapist vibe, but it's not that this person is necessarily a therapist or that, you know, it's just this person has, again, that emotional intelligence, so they're able to help guide you through what you're feeling. And come from a place of compassion and understanding. And then for your final cards, you guys, we've got any additional messages that might come through. So, oh, that's so funny. So we have speaker. I haven't seen these cards ahead of time. You have speaker, and it says your life's purpose involves your skills of oration, light and love. Oh, your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. Then you have trust. You guys, that's so sweet. The situation is calling for you to have faith. And you also have separation, time apart from your partners on the horizon. With this separation card, I'm getting that you guys may have been on your own, either you or this person, but I'm getting that maybe it's you guys that have been on your own for a while. Yeah, so I'm getting that you guys could have been on your own for some time now, and usually that kind of behavior tends to make it easier to build that barrier and to kind of keep it, you know. But it's like you're being told, just have faith, you know. Trust is a big part of this. And even when I was saying about how you guys are going to be talking a lot, look, you got speaker and light and love. This person really is here as like a divine messenger or like a divine gift of companionship, and this person is really going to hear you out. And just, again, I'm like almost like a therapist in a way. Like they're just going to be there to listen to you and like give you advice, and they're doing it unconditionally. They're doing it with love and light in their heart. You could say, oh look, and yeah, they're kind of holding the heart space with that light. You know, they're doing it with that love and light in their heart, with that compassion for you. And it's going to be a form of healing, because you guys are both going to see that you can do it. And I'm getting that you guys may need a little more than them, in the sense of being able to see that this can be done with somebody. You don't always have to do everything on your own. Like this, you guys are kind of in a similar situation in that sense, but I think this person has more hope in the fact that they don't have to be doing something on their own. But yeah, so that's what I'm mainly getting for you guys. And I think that's really cute, really sweet. And I'm going to roll the dice, the astro dice, as well. Oh, wow. You got Virgo. To see if we get any additional messages here. Oh, wow. Okay. So you have Virgo. Oh, there it is. Virgo, which is a healing energy. Virgo can also be considered a healer, especially with the hands and stuff. That was Jupiter. The number 4, so that's like the 4th house, which is Cancer. Oh, and oh my gosh, another number 4. So 44, you guys, that's like a sign, that's like the angels, and 4 and 4 adds up to 8, which was also one of the numbers for your cards. But yeah, so the 44 is kind of telling me like this really is somebody that's sent for healing with that Virgo energy, by your guides and your angels. And with this Jupiter, it's like, have faith, you know. It's like that divine, have faith kind of message. It's okay to trust. It's okay, you know, you trusting, you opening up your heart, you being able to allow this person into your life can lead into something very kind and very sweet. And you should just, you know, they're asking you, your guides are asking you, like, hey, just give them a chance, you know. Who knows what it could lead into? It could be something really very sweet and beautiful and lovely and very kind and healing. But yeah, that was your message, pile number 1. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if it resonated with you, please leave a comment down below and let me know. If you felt called to another pile, you could also choose another pile. But yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Wishing you lots of love and light. And I hope that, you know, when if this continues to align with your timeline, if this person does come into your life, it seems like this person is really sweet, you know. So this is just me, okay, saying if you can find it in your heart space to do so, I would recommend giving them a chance. All right, you guys, have a great day, and lots of love. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Sorry for that little pause there. Welcome to your reading. If you are here, that means you chose the organic chamomile or chamomile and the organic lemon ginger and Manuka honey. Okay, I'm going to place your teas here for now as I explain the reading. So this is about who you're currently manifesting into your life. We're going to lay out some of the cards first and then the others. Just a bit of a disclaimer. This is somebody that you're currently manifesting. So if it's somebody that you're not really necessarily interested in, it does not mean you have to accept their offer. It also means that you can change whoever it is that you manifest. This is just what your current path is bringing into your life, or the possibilities that your current path is bringing into your life. There are different timelines, and you can shift timelines and vibrations and all of that stuff, and that affects everything. So take this with a bit of a grain of salt, I suppose, and with a light heart. And in regards to your teas, both of your teas are very strongly, because I mentioned in the first pile the chakras that are associated with this, but both of your teas are actually solar plexus teas. And so what I'm getting is that this new person that is possibly coming into your life is bringing some kind of renewal. And also when I was shuffling your cards, like for example with the first pile, there was a lot of uncertainty. I was like, do I take this card, do I not, for some reason? But for you guys, your cards were just definite, like, yep, this, yes, this. I was just very sure. So I think that you guys are entering into a pretty awesome phase in your life of independence and being self-assured, and it's very exciting. Also, we're going to start out the reading with seeing where you are now, where your person is now, like who you guys are at the moment, and what your phase in life is at the moment and their phase, and then also what phase in your life will you be when they come in, and what phase they will be when they come in. And then we're also going to address the reason that this person is coming into your life, and then other stuff too. So we're going to be doing it kind of in a little bit of a two-parter. And I'll show you the cards as I lay them out. So for you, we have the Penguin. The period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now passing. Oh my gosh, didn't I just say, I didn't see the cards ahead of time. So didn't I just say with your teas that it's like you guys are entering this new like phase in your life? And the solar plexus, that's the sun chakra. That's your personal sun. It's like a sunny place, you know? And then your person is the cheetah. Get clear on your intention, stay focused, and move quickly to achieve your goals. Okay, very nice. The phase that you're in your life at the moment is the Hierophant. And after this card came out, it was kind of hard to get another card to come out. So I guess this is the most important one here, or like the more major one here. And then you also have the Three of Pentacles. And where you'll be when you meet this person. You actually got two cards for this. And you have the Eagle with See from a Higher Perspective, which is so interesting, and I'll explain why in a moment. And also Summer, Bask in Joy and Light, which, come on, you guys, that is so solar plexus, and the darkness that is coming to an end. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting for you guys. I'm super excited for you. And then where your person is currently is the Eight of Vessels. So that's the Eight of Cups. And the Nine of Vessels, which is the Nine of Cups. And where they'll be when they come into your life is the Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. Oh, this is so sweet. And then in regards to the purpose of this person coming into your life, that's this card. I'm going to set it aside and we're going to look at it a little later. And then we'll look at the, oh wow. Oh my gosh, I just got a glimpse of the other stuff. I was like, oh, this is so sweet. Okay, but I'll set it aside for now. All right, let's start with who you guys are and who they are, and where you guys are both at in your lives. So give me a moment just to connect with the energy here. So I'm getting that you guys are in a transitionary phase in your life. And give me a moment. Okay, guys, sorry about that. Oh, excuse me. Oh my. Okay, feeling like, I guess, throat chakra stuff here. Let me drink some water. 1 second. Yeah, I guess I'm feeling like some throat chakra stuff here. What I'm really getting is you guys are currently in a transitionary phase in your life. Okay, sorry, I had to take a sip of water. And who knows, maybe somebody out there needs a friendly reminder to also drink a little bit more water. But yeah, I'm getting that you guys are in a very big pinnacle in your life, and it's a huge transitionary phase. And it's like you guys are starting to branch out into following your passions. And this is very much divinely guided. I'm seeing almost like a restoration of oh wow, saying restoration as well too, with your 2 tarot cards, right? I was gonna say it because the Hierophant, it's like restoring faith. It's like it can be religion, faith, spiritual guidance. You can associate it with prayer. And the 3 of Pentacles, which is actually like career, education, group, teamwork, starting new projects, creativity. It's funny because in this, what they're doing is kind of like working on a church. They're like restoring a church. And so like I'm seeing that whatever it is that you guys are doing, you could either be following a divine life path, right? Because this has something to do with this phase in your life. It's like a pinnacle point, where you're in this transition from a darker phase that may have been a prolonged experience, and you're transitioning into something more sunny and brighter. And usually when you follow your life's purpose, or when you turn to like faith, connecting with either God, the universe, your guides, your spiritual team, higher self, whatever it is that you guys believe in. Usually when we align with that, we tend to become a little bit more happy and relaxed, and we don't feel the pressure of the world on our shoulders. And I think that you guys are really just coming into this beautiful place, and you're in this pinnacle, right, where there's some work happening. Oh, and the restoration of the temple, it's also of the church, sorry, it's also kind of like restoring yourself. It's like you're finally putting like the pieces, you're building like brick by brick this new beginning for yourself. And some of you guys could also be working on your physical body as well, but I'm getting that mainly this is also, and I guess in some ways it could be like the mind too. It's like a breakthrough with the mind, but it's not as much mental energy here as I'm seeing as it is like faith. But there is that aspect of just like releasing to divine, even with this see from a higher perspective, with the ego that's associated with, in my opinion, it's associated with Jupiter, it's associated with Zeus, it's associated with God in a way. It's a very spiritual bird, a very powerful bird as well. It's a very powerful bird. It's a very powerful spirit guide. And with the Hierophant and the ego, it's like your vision is becoming clear. And so you're able to start building those blocks to create this happiness, this joy, this passion project in your life that's going to just even build even more joy for you guys. Because even with the bee, the bee is a worker. The bee is a hard worker. But what they do it's just their purpose. They do their purpose. So it's like you guys are coming into this new phase where you're building like the faith is being restored, and this is a pinnacle in your life. This is something that I believe is kind of like you're meant to reach this point so that you can get that faith and that you can start this career path, this passion project. And I'm getting that it is more career oriented. And I keep hearing the word like manifest, and maybe some of you guys could work with citrine. Maybe citrine could be a good stone for you, because citrine is a stone for the solar plexus chakra. It's also associated with manifestation, like the solar plexus chakra is, and business. Actually, that's just the solar plexus chakra again, business. And some people call citrine the merchant stone as well. But yeah, I'm just seeing you guys are like entering this sunny phase of just dipping into just joy and happiness. And I'm getting that even though, you know, these cards shouldn't always be taken so literally, but I am getting that summer is kind of prominent here. And depending on the time that you're watching this reading, if you watch it around when it's being uploaded, around when this reading will be uploaded, we are technically approaching like spring, if we're not already there. It's summer. So this is energy that's coming in, you know, and I'm not big on time frames, but it could be within the next 6 months or so of being in this place, you know, just continuing to pursue that passion and like building it into something that, you know, in a way, again, there's this like independent energy, because it's like, oh, I'm finally owning my life. It's kind of like that, you know, there's like an independence, but like happiness and independence. There's relishing in the freedom of that independence, and that independence could also be that pursuit of the passion project, that pursuit of entrepreneurship, or whatever it is that that resonates here with you guys. And so yeah, I'm seeing like where you guys are is like the beginning stages of that, and you're starting to really lay down those foundations. And where you'll be when this person comes into your life is you'll already start seeing some fruits of your labor. I still think it'll be roughly the beginning stages of this entrepreneurship. But again, that's why I'm getting the 6 months thing, you know, like it's still technically relatively new in 6 months, but you're already a little bit more planted in what you're doing, and doing it with a little bit more confidence and stuff like that. So that's kind of what I'm seeing. And I don't like doing time frames, but that's just what I felt called to say. So take it as you will. This is obviously a general reading, so not everything will always apply to everyone. Now, let's take a look at your person. So your person is I think your person has there's like a fiery, even though they have cups here, which is water, in the phase that they are in their life, they're naturally a fiery person, I feel. And I think that's quite interesting, because you guys here have the penguin, which is like ice, you know, and this person has more heat. So it's kind of like opposites attracting in a way. And even though you guys also have similarities, I'm getting that it's almost like the sensation of opposites attract. And I'm getting that there's some kind of difference. Maybe you guys are also from different countries as well. And in regards to your person, it's funny. So there's a little bit of mirroring in a way happening here, because I'm seeing them walking away from a situation, right? Or walking into a new phase in their life. And possibly, if this person is from another country, kind of moving closer towards you. And I'm getting that summer vibe again with this. So maybe they're planning on making a big trip or moving in the summer. And they're moving to pursue their happiness, because this is where they are now. So, you know, they could be planning to move or in the process of moving. And I get that this person is very like focused and they know where to apply their energy. They don't just pour their energy into something that they know is like pointless to do so, because they value their energy. And they know that they have a lot. They know that when they go into something, they really go in. So they don't they don't pour themselves into a lost cause, you could say, or something that they know will not give back to them. They have a good instinct on, they have a good instinct on what is going to serve them, what is not. And I'm getting that this person may be a little bit more developed in some ways than you. And I'm thinking more so in their career, because, and I think there's still a lot that they can progress in their career, you know, with this 9 of Pentacles, and this is a cheetah. It's not like it's a lion or something. But I'm getting that, like, I also think that they have a youthful energy. They have a youthful energy, possibly a youthful appearance. And they're more of a go-getter type, whereas you may be a little bit more introspective. And I'm seeing that both of you, there's something about both of you having a gaze, something about the eyes I'm getting, something about your gaze. Maybe you could be clairvoyant and they could have some clairvoyance too. Maybe you're the more spiritual one, and they kind of use their clairvoyance in a not as spiritual way. Like they use it more as just foresight into like their business related stuff. Maybe that's how they got so successful as well in their career. And this could be like them expanding their career as well. So they're like trying something new, or kind of like coming to America to expand their business in a way. Or like say overseas, they've become successful and they're like, okay, time to become international. And so they're coming, sorry, I said coming to America. They could be coming anywhere, wherever you're watching this from. But now it just made me think of the movie Coming to America. Is that what it's called? Is that, am I thinking of the right movie? It's the one with Eddie Murphy. And he's like this prince from like an African country, which ironically enough, this is a cheetah, you know, they're from Africa. It's funny. And he like comes to Queens looking for a queen. I think it's called Coming to America. Yeah, maybe you guys should watch that movie. Maybe that movie has something to do with it. Maybe, I mean, the movie is kind of a bit of a joke, but maybe there is a little bit of a synchronicity between what's going on, you know. Like they come from 2 different worlds in a way. And this person, because they have success and all of this stuff, like and I'm getting that they already have like their solar plexus stuff, like a strong solar plexus energy, you know. And I'm getting like, you know, maybe, I guess kind of the mirroring with the movie in a way, where it's like he already has all of these pics of who he could be with and all of this stuff, but he wants a real person, like somebody who he's going to have an intellectual connection with. And even though they're like in different parts of the world, this penguin and this cheetah, even though they're completely different species, and one of them is more of a predator, another one is more of a prey, even though this person is more outgoing and this person is more introverted and in the mind, you know, with that intellect, it's like this cheetah is like, that's what I want. I want something new. I want a new perspective. And that's where they're kind of going. You see, they're going into this new place because in a way they're searching for that new perspective. They're searching for something new. They want some kind of expansion, something new. And I think that you guys could get along really well, because when this person comes into your life and they see you and they get to interact with you, I think they're really going to be like, wow, this is the new perspective and the introspection that I've been looking for in another person. This is the kind of stimulation intellectual stimulation and just mental banter and just communication and all of this stuff that I've been looking for in a person. This is the kind of mind I've been searching for, you know, because it's like they could have had their pick of whoever, but they were looking for something more, a deeper connection, a deeper meaning, somebody who's more evolved. And it's like, you guys have been through a lot. You could have been through a dark night of the soul, because I'm seeing here, like with this penguin and the ice, like there's a little bit of darkness, but then you see the rainbowy colors kind of coming through. It's like this person is more out in the open and already like living their craft or so. And maybe for some people there's something to do with music here, because for a moment I thought I saw a lyre, like a lyre. I don't know. You know, like Apollo has one, like the magical golden lyre that plays music. And Apollo is the sun god. Oh, sun god with the solar plexus stuff here, and the cheetah being under the sun. And this penguin, it's like, yeah, it's like I'm getting like these opposite energies that are kind of attracting each other, and not opposite in a conflicting way, opposite in a complementary way, kind of like yin and yang. So yeah, I think that's really lovely for you guys. I think that's very that is very sweet. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's mainly what I'm getting about this person. That they're a go-getter. They have a cheery disposition, and they're testing the waters. It's like they're going off into something new. They're trying something new. And you know what's funny? I had these mini Rider-Waite tarot cards just kind of chilling here, and I wasn't paying attention to them, and I just kind of noticed that this is also under the Strength card, which also is Leo energy, which is tied to the sun and that solar plexus and that lion. And you see, like, it's like these two different natures, right? Because the lion is like this, will roar and all this stuff, and then there's this nurturing person just kind of taming the lion. I just thought that was kind of significant. And where this person will be when they meet you, we have the heart guardian with love and let yourself be loved. I think this person is used to being independent and doing things on their own, and they're going to be in a place where they're ready for love. Like, they're ready to accept love, or they're working more with their heart. Like, they strive to follow their heart's calling, and maybe the success that they have is not necessarily, maybe it was like a bit of a passion project, not their most deepest burning desire, but they're moving into also kind of a similar phase to you, I suppose, where you're following this like pursuit. You know, it's like you've been divinely guided to finally start on that passion, and they're in this place where they're also being divinely guided to follow their heart, to let their heart lead, to so I think they're taking a chance here, because even though they're this like fiery person, they're going through a really emotional phase here, because there's a lot of cups, and the two cards that came up for them in the tarot were both cup cards, and you've got the heart guardian, and it's like they're going through this new like this emotional breakthrough or something, or this emotional phase, and they're just really trying to lead with their heart and love with their heart and all of that. I think that's really sweet, and I think that's very powerful place to be in, very powerful for change. So both of you guys are going through this transitionary phase. There's definitely change happening for both of you. And then for your card for the purpose as to why this person is coming into your life, you have allowance with the number 9. And I think that's really sweet. I think what I'm getting from this is this person, it's like this person was always meant to come into your life. It's like you guys are both divinely guided. you know? And this person was always meant to come into your life, and they're finally coming into your life because you're finally allowing them to. Both of you are. Both of you are allowing. I think both of you are taking this risk of allowing yourselves to follow your hearts, allowing yourselves to follow your passion, allowing yourselves to be divinely guided and continue. I think this person, sorry for my hand, you guys, gotta unlock the screen. I think this person was already kind of following their divine, I think this person, again, I'm getting that they're a little bit more, maybe they're a little more mature or just a little more progressed in their career. But it's like you guys are really just starting this new phase in your life that's divinely guided, and they're following, again, their divinely guided instincts with their heart. And yeah, it's like you guys, and with all this green energy, it's making me think of the heart, you know, and then with this orange and yellow, the heart, the sacral, the solar plexus, it's like this new emotional phase, this new empowered phase, this new heart-ruled phase. And because you guys are living in that space now, you're allowing yourselves to be in that space, to really just be your most authentic, truest selves, be your most true heart space selves, and be genuine in your emotions. And again, I'm just getting kind of like living in your truth, just being genuine in your emotions, like really coming from your heart, just really allowing your heart to be open. Like the first pile, they guarded their heart, you know. And with you guys, I'm seeing that you're striving to live with your heart. You're striving to just live with an open heart. Like you want your heart to be your guide. You want your heart to lead the way. And this person, when they come into your life, they're letting their heart lead the way. And you guys are letting your heart lead the way with your passion and your newfound independence. And it's so, like, the energy that I'm feeling from it, you guys, it's just so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. It's like so pure. It makes me think of the sun tarot card. And I think when I was shuffling for you guys for some like the next cards, I saw the sun but I didn't take it, or something along those lines. Like it just really made me think of the sun tarot card, you know, just this beautiful radiance, this just pure joy. This person is coming into your life for you guys to really live a life full of love and expression of the heart and just pure joy and emotional fulfillment. There's just so much fulfillment here. There's love, divine unconditional love, and there's emotional fulfillment and empowerment and just joy. That's what I'm really getting from this card. And it's funny because 9 is the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. You know, it's the approach of the beginning of a new cycle, you know. Okay, now we're going to look into the potential of your relationship. So we have 4 cards for that, and after the potential we're going to look at any additional messages that might come through. So for the potential we have love. How beautiful is that? That's why I was like, oh wow, when I saw the cards, because look at all that green. And you have forgiveness. And again, this is all like heart chakra related stuff. And then you also have the King of Wands. And the 8 of Pentacles. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys. So what is the potential of this relationship? Well, first of all, we're addressing the love. The potential of this relationship is just love. It's the equivalent of having somebody come into your life just because they want to love you. You guys don't need each other. You don't rely on each other. You don't need each other to fulfill something, but you just want to be together because you just love each other. That's the feeling that I'm getting. It's just, I just love you, so I just want to be with you. That's it. You know, I don't need you to fulfill anything within me or whatever. It's just, I just love you. And both of you feel that way. And I think that is so sweet. And with the forgiveness here, it's almost like you guys are also healing this person coming in, and you guys, the potential of this relationship is just, if there was any stagnant energy, if there was any possible hurt or disappointments from the past, it's almost like that forgiveness. It's you guys help each other heal your hearts too. That's what I'm getting. And then with the King of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles, it's like there's going to be a lot of passion between the two of you guys. There's going to be a lot of enthusiasm, like how I got that joy, right? But it's also where this person is more developed and they're starting something, they're adding like a new project or something with their career, and you guys are just starting out. It's like you guys could also have the potential to really work together. Yeah, it's just like a soul, like a connection, like a soul connection, you know? There's this love, there's this enthusiasm about each other, there's this passion for each other. It's like, again, I'm thinking of the Sun card. Sorry about the noise in the background, you guys. But yeah, I'm thinking about this Sun card with this King of Wands especially. It's just like, there's just so much joy. There's so much joy. It's so beautiful, you guys. I'm so happy for you. I hope this person really does come through for you, and that you guys stay your course, you know, and they stay their course. Because what I'm getting here is just so much joy and so much love and so much heart-centered connection. It's like you guys are connected through love, and you guys bring so much. You guys are already, I think you can find joy yourselves, but when you guys come together, you just bring each other joy. It's like you see each other and you smile. And it's kind of like the sun in the Teletubbies. You guys see each other and you smile at each other like the sun in Teletubbies, like, hey, it's you, there you are. It's kind of like a soul recognition. And you guys have like some work that you can be doing together. You guys will want to work together. There's like a potential for you guys to either do whatever it is that your businesses are and find a way to combine them, or something else. But I'm seeing like the potential is that you guys can be also coming together to work together as well. And this could be in life, you know. It doesn't have to just be career-wise, but since career was kind of pointed out here, I'm saying that as well. That you guys are coming together for the love and all of that, and because of the love and that enthusiasm and joy for each other. But you also have the potential to be trying something new career-wise together, and like working on something new, like some kind of, even if it's not super career-y, if it's just like a passion project, I'm seeing like you guys working on a project. You can have the potential to work on a project together. Okay. Now let's look at any other advice or just general messages. Oh, okay. So we have practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. Heart's desires. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. And you deserve love. You are lovable. You guys, it almost makes me want to cry because I just think it's so beautiful. Like the amount of love that you guys are receiving, it's like incredible. It's like everything you could have. It's almost like, okay, this is what it's making me think of. You know, somebody that goes through hardships in life and a really hard, dark, cold phase and era, and then they finally kind of come to a place where they're ending that phase and they're starting something new, and they are working on healing and just coming, you know, like again, it's like that story, you know, with coming from the heart. And because you're coming from a place of the heart and you're entering this new phase, it's like you had to go through all of the stuff that you went through in order to become the person that you are today, because this is how you're going to help serve the world, right? And help people is by experiencing the things that you had to experience. But now that part is over, that phase is over. You've gotten the lessons. You've experienced the hurt and the pain and what you needed to learn and all that stuff, even though it was hard and difficult and dark. Now it's like, okay, Divine's like, hey, it's time for this new phase. And this new phase is like giving you the things that you wanted, the things that you desire, the things that your heart has longed for and called for. It's like your hopes and dreams and wishes, they didn't fall on deaf ears, you know. It's like heaven was listening all this time and making notes. And they were just waiting for you to have to, because it's like you signed up for this phase in your life, for this phase to be completed in the way that it was meant to be completed. And they were just waiting for that phase to be over so they can be like, oh, finally, okay, now we can send in the things that are meant for you, the things that we've been excited to give to you. That's kind of what it's like. And with the you deserve love, you are lovable, I'm just getting, you guys, there's going to be so much love. I mean, you have so many cards indicating that there's going to be so much love. All that heart chakra stuff and that joy. It's like you guys are just going to love each other so much. And look, with the arrow here and pointing the arrow and just knowing where the mark is, like the cheetah will find his target, and technically the penguin is kind of prey, the cheetah is a predator. And cheetahs, they have to choose wisely, you know, because they may run really fast, but they lose energy a lot, so they have to know what's worth them investing their energy and their sprint into. And it's like they choose you, they see you, and they're like, oh yes, this is the person I want to love. Because I already do, because I already love them, you know. And it's like, because they're also following this divine guidance and this divine phase in their life where they're following their heart, you see. It's like this is them, right? And all those little cherubs and stuff, that's divine. And they're like, there's the target. And like this penguin, right, is the target. So it's like, they're like, I want to pour my love into you, because I know, I just know. That's like it, you know. It's so sweet. And yeah, and with this practice, it's almost like it's okay if they're little, you know, mess ups and stuff. And this is also making me think of like that working and stuff like that, trying those new bricks and this new phase in your life. And with the healing that was coming through as well, some healing, forgiveness, right? And this practice, it's almost like any past relationships or partnerships, romantic or not, you know, that could have hurt you, you were learning lessons from them so that you knew how to be with this person. It's like practice makes perfect, you know. So you went through those tough times, through those phases, so that now when this person comes in, you know how to be in the right kind of space, in the healthy space for them, for this relationship. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's so very, very, very sweet. And it's like you're finding your voice too. You're following your voice, you're speaking out, you're expressing yourself. This is such a beautiful pile, beautiful reading, beautiful energy. Oh, and you know what? I just remembered with this King of Wands, and when I was picking out your cards, and I was looked at not your cards, your teas, and I saw the lemon, ginger, and Manuka honey. There's gonna be a little bit of spicy to this relationship. This person, I was gonna say, this person ignites you. This person ignites your heart, and it's like they bring joy. Like even with the chamomile I'm looking right now, it's covering everything, and it just looks like Mile, and it's making me think of smile. Like this person's just gonna make you smile, and you're gonna make them smile, and they're gonna make you smile, and they're gonna ignite you. And there's just the perfect amount of everything. There's the lemon with the health, you know, like lemon alkalizing the body, you know. So there's that health aspect. There's the ginger with that spice and passion. There's the Manuka honey with the kindness and the sweetness. And yes, I just read the tea, and it says, a welcoming cup of spicy, sweet bliss. You see that? A welcoming cup of spicy, sweet bliss. So, yes, that was just kind of a last minute message for anyone who hasn't clicked off yet with that King of Wands. So just so you know, it's love, it's passion, and I guess that's why we're also getting that sacral chakra stuff here. It wasn't just the emotional fulfillment, it was the sexual fulfillment as well. In addition to all this heart chakra, just I love you kind of vibe. So pile 2, that was your reading. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a comment down below if it did resonate with you. I'd love hearing that. This person sounds great. This relationship sounds wonderful. And I really hope that it comes through for you guys. I'm really happy for you. I'm proud of you for following your divinely guided path. And it's very exciting to see you guys in this phase in your life. So congratulations on this new phase, on following your passion project, on the fruition of your passion, and on this incredible person that you're bringing into your life. All right, you guys, you have a wonderful rest of your day, and yeah, enjoy. Thank you. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you're here, then you have chosen the organic Rooibos tea and the Awake English breakfast. Before we get started, I do want to just give you, I'm going to put your teas here and I'll talk about your teas in a moment, but I do want to give you a little heads up. This is about the person who you are currently manifesting into your life, which means that this is just based off of the path that you're currently taking. This is the person that's coming in for you. If you do not like this person or the sound of them for whatever reason, you do not have to accept their offer. And you can always change the trajectory of your life. So I always say it's best to take these kinds of readings with a grain of salt and think of them as more as just for fun and supplemental, as opposed to the end-all be-all. Okay, we're also going to be breaking down your reading into like 2 little sections. The first one is going to talk about who you are at the moment, who they are at the moment, and where you currently are and where you'll be when you meet them, and then where they currently are in their life and where they will be when they meet you, as well as the reason that this person is coming into your life, your potential together, and your any additional messages or guidance. So before I lay out the cards, I do want to talk about your teas here. So with your teas, I remember when I chose them, I was thinking with this one, oh, you guys are going to be entering this new phase, and this person gave me kind of like an earthy, nourish the world kind of vibe, and it's like you guys could be on the, is this the right word, precipice of a breakthrough? And again, this is very root chakra. There's like an earthiness to it. There's like a sense of calling to authenticity. Also, if you guys are interested, this tea, this is literally the best Rooibos tea that I've like ever had so far. If you're looking for a caffeine-free tea, if you steep this tea for a long time in the hot water, it actually starts tasting like a light black tea, because Rooibos is actually used as an alternative to black tea. And so this particular brand, if you steep it long enough, it'll taste, and it even changes like the texture of the water. That's how high quality this tea is. I really, really like this tea, like this company. I love the teas that they have. Even their chamomile is delicious. Some chamomile, I keep saying chamomile because that's how I like to say it, but it's chamomile. Even their chamomile tea is delicious. Some chamomiles make my throat dry, and I think it's because they use like the ends of the flower or something, or it's not all the flower. But this is a great company, and it's a non-profit, and they basically give 100% of the profit to support orphans or orphan education in Kenya. And oh, my camera went dim. Sorry guys, just 1 second. But yes, and they give jobs to women also. I think it's in Kenya. But yes, they also give jobs to women in Africa as well. And it's all fair trade and all of this stuff. And after the women get paid, like I said, the profits go to helping orphans get an education. And they have an awesome ethics, and their stuff is, they try to be as eco-friendly as possible, and the product is just really good. So getting authenticity with that. Just a little heads up, this isn't like sponsored or anything, but I feel very passionately about that tea. Okay. So I'm getting something about being hardworking, grounded, and stability, a new phase of stability. Let's get into your cards. And okay. Also, I just want to say that who you are and who your person is, the cards came out at the same time. So, this is interesting because I just saw the cards. I didn't see them when they came out. And what I was getting is because they came out at the same time, that you guys are like the same. There's like mirroring there, and you guys are like the same. But when you see these cards, you're going to be like, what are you talking about? Okay, so for you, we have the platypus. Stop complaining and focus your attention on the blessings in your life. And you see the platypus is in the water. And then how could you get even more further from that? Well, we've got the panda. Create a sacred space for yourself in your home and or place of work. And you see how it's amongst the bamboo and greenery. And with the platypus being water and the panda being earth, water and earth are actually opposites. So I think it's so funny how that message came through before seeing these cards, which are so different. But the whole point was that they came out at the same time because there's something beyond the surface. Okay, and the phase that you're currently in your life is, didn't I just talk about a transition? The 6 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles. Oh, you got 3 cards. And the Temperance card. This is a major arcana, so yeah, transitionary phase. And where you will be when this person comes into your life is the Warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. Interesting. And then where your person currently is, wow, this is so interesting. I guess this is why you got the whole, this is the same thing, is the Tower. And where they will be when they come into your life is the Knight. Be brave and honest. Interesting. And then in regards to the reason why this person is coming into your life, you guys actually got 2 cards. And I will reveal them after we talk about you guys a little bit. And then we've got a bunch of cards. I didn't realize so many came out for you guys that are to do with just additional messages and the potential of this union. That's not, no. Sorry guys, the cards are like having a little bit of a fit. So I'm just gonna lay them this way. Okay, so give me a moment to connect with the energies, and then I'll get into your reading. Okay, with you guys, I'm getting a little bit of a more tough love vibe with your message. It's kind of like maybe you had a little bit more of a pessimistic view of the world, and you like to see it as you having a realistic view of the world, and it kind of turned into something a little bit more possibly pessimistic at times. And it's like Divine is asking you to pay attention to those thoughts that you have whenever they do come up, and ask yourself, am I actually being realistic, or is this a limiting belief system? And I see you guys are already kind of in that place where you're starting to possibly think about that. And you're starting to find that balance, like getting that clarity on, is this reality or is this a limiting belief system? Am I really limited to whatever it is that I think is the truth, or do I have endless possibilities that present themselves to me? And it's like you guys are finding that balance. You're finding that new dawn, that new day, that new life. Well, it's that song, right? Feeling Good. I forgot who sings it though. Let me make a Feeling Good. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm getting with you guys. It's like you're coming into this new phase, this new dawn, this new day, this new life. And it's like you're feeling good. You're not you're allowing yourself to come out of that place where you were restricted by that negativity. Maybe you guys are really hard on yourselves. Maybe you had really harsh parents who had very high expectations of you. And it's created this standard that you kind of find yourself having to live up to, or that you measured the world to. And I don't want to say that it's an unreachable standard. It's such a high standard that expecting that constant, or waiting to get that standard, like you being in that process of waiting for it, something to finally come along to meet those high standards, you don't realize how much you're missing out on because you're not allowing anything else in, kind of. And I think you guys are transitioning out of that, and you're kind of owning that. And you're starting to really allow yourself to kind of trust your intuition, trust that guidance a bit. And tune into nature, and in turn tune into your inner self, or your inner peace. Getting a lot of to do with peace here. And it's kind of like getting down to your roots, something about tribal roots, And finding a balance between that old mindset and where it is that you're moving into now. It's like, what should I take? What should I leave? Because really the possibilities are endless. It's just, it just boils down to whether or not you can see that. Yeah. And in regards to your person, where they currently are in their life, oof, you guys, they're experiencing some serious divine intervention. I'm getting that this person has more of a calm energy. They could be a little slow moving. Some people could call them adorable in nature too. There could be a healing presence, They could be very patient and very good at waiting. So good, in fact, that sometimes they may wait a little too long. And the situation, or the situation kind of fizzles out a little bit. And then they'll be like, well, I guess it wasn't right for me because I was waiting for the perfect opportunity, but it never presented itself. So it's funny because you guys are kind of, with this little feather here, starting to tap into that divine intervention and getting that divine guidance, and allowing yourself to get that different perspective. And this person is also getting this divine intervention, and it's like divine is trying to shake them up. They're like, hey, come on, let's get some action out of you, So I think that's interesting, because this person is also very caring, and they're very gentle, and they're very heart-centered and cozy and warm and fuzzy, and they're very protective over the people and beings that they care about. They may be an animal lover as well. And it's like, I'm getting with you, you're more of like a slick, slippery, quick moving, go, 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 pace yourself, get this action done kind of thing, like fluid motions. Let's go, let's get into the production. And this person is so like, I'm gonna walk like this and talk like this. And it's just such a contrast. So it's funny when that message came out and it was saying that you guys are the same, because it's so different on the appearance. It's like on the appearance, on the physical plane, it's like a stark difference. But your nature, your core being or essence, I suppose, is the same. It's similar. You guys are on a similar path, on a similar trajectory. It's just the universe had to give you two slightly different approaches, There's divine intervention on both ends. It's just this person needed more of a shakeup, and you needed more of a shakeup too. Like, they needed a shakeup, like, go on, pursue your thing, do your thing. And you needed a shakeup, like, come on, see that you can pursue your thing. It's like this person is being told, like, do the thing, and you're being told, see that you can do the thing. Like, there is an outcome, there is a reality there. And where they'll be when they come into your life is the Knight. Be brave and honest. So they've maintained that steady, slow energy, but it's not as slow as it was before. It's like there's a calmness. They've maintained even through the transition, They've maintained their calmness and their stature. This person is very noble. And they have a lot of patience and kindness. And they've maintained, even through the chaos, their inner peace. And you know what it makes me think of? Oh, I love this movie. It makes me think of Stardust. I love that movie, you guys. It's one of my favorite movies. And in Stardust, there's this character. His name is Tristan. He's like the main, he's like the protagonist. And he kind of starts out like this little kid, and he's trying to win the love of this woman who like doesn't give him the time of day, and something happens, and it's kind of like this major event that shifts everything, right? And it's like a star fell from the sky. And so he's like, oh, you know what? I'm going to go get that star to prove my love to this girl. And in the process of getting that star to the girl, he just goes on this huge, crazy, wild adventure that just changes him, because this girl wouldn't have given him the time of day. She was already planning on accepting the proposal of some other guy. But it just sends this like journey, even though he was only gone for like a week. He just went through so much that he just evolved from like this little kid, this little boy, to this man who's like so self-assured and confident. And that's kind of the vibe that this Knight is giving me. It's like Tristan's evolution. That's the vibe that I'm getting from this Knight. And he went from like this adorable little, like cute little cozy panda, which he still is, that's his true nature, to this like defender and like, I know what I am, I know what I want, I still like, there's this like accomplishment, like when he does pursue like that quest and he finishes the quest and stuff like that, there's like this sense of fulfillment or accomplishment. That's what I'm really getting. Like, this is where that person will be, which is pretty cool, you guys. When they come into your life, in this like self-accomplished sense. And you guys are going to be in a slightly more primal place where you're more in touch with your instinct, which I think is interesting. That's going to be, because both of them are kind of like warriors, aren't they? There's the Knight and the warrior. So like, this person is more poised, more reserved, and you maybe you're one of those people that kind of just speaks. You just say what you feel. You don't like filter it, you just kind of talk out. So I'm getting that with you, like like you guys are the same. You see, the warrior and the knight, they're the same, but they have slightly different approaches of getting things done. And there's something a little bit more classier or noble about this person, and something a little bit more earthy and just rooted about you. And I think you guys are coming together to create some kind of purpose, but let's see the reason why you come together. So we have communication with the number 14, which can simplify to the number 5. And belief with the number 11. Look how beautiful this card is. And this is why why this person is coming into your life. Didn't I just say it's like you guys kind of just say, I don't know, it's like this warrior is giving me like silent and observant vibes, but I kind of with the platypus get like you guys are just like like that's just what I'm hearing. Sometimes that's funny. Maybe it's you're transitioning from that to this like calm, composed. And the reason why you guys are coming together. I'm getting it's like to give you hope. And because, because you're being told, right? Stop being pessimistic. I'm not saying you're being pessimistic. I'm just saying like that's what the card said. Instead of being pessimistic, see the possibilities. And with this 7 of Cups, with all of those possibilities, it's like you guys are coming together. This person, this humble knight is coming into your life because you're allowing them to. Because you finally see that it's possible for them to. You know, maybe some of you were kind of giving up on that, you know, and on that love or something, and that belief that you can have this kind of a partner, or like the partner that you always wanted. And it's kind of like you guys are finally seeing like, oh no, it can happen, you know. And I'm getting on their end too, it's almost like a test of faith I'm hearing, but I'm thinking it's kind of like their faith is what helps them come into your life. Like I'm getting this person could be, I'm not saying religious, but they could have a bit of a spiritual upbringing or a spiritual nature. And even with the Tower, it's kind of like divine intervention. And this knight, he's kind of making me think of a knight of what are they called? The knight of something. You know, the knights that took care of the goblet that Christ, I guess, okay, the knights of something with a C. I don't know. Okay, it's making me think of that. Like there's like a highly noble something there, you know, and I'm getting that because of their belief and their faith. You guys, it's like a reward, and because of your acceptance, like even though this says communication, I'm getting like that acceptance, you know, that it's possible is coming into. And maybe some of you guys tried manifesting this person in as well, but I'm also getting like an exasperated like, I'm gonna have to try to manifest them again. This is what I want, and this is what I want, and this is what I want, and this is what I want. It's kind of like what I'm getting or what I'm seeing. Like it's just exasperated, like tired of it already, like full of it, like I can't believe I have to call in what I want again. It's funny. Yeah. So I'm getting it's partially because again, this person's belief and faith, and you're opening up to the belief and faith of, you know, like that optimistic point of view. And then I'm also getting because of some kind of like manifestation, and I'm getting that there's like this communication is giving me something else. Let me see if I can get what else I'm getting from it while I unlock my computer. Okay, this communication. I don't know. I'm getting for some of you, this person may be from abroad or overseas. I'm getting for some of you, and this communication is making me think of like an email or letter or like some kind of electronic communication. And then in regards to the potential of this union, we've got sexual energy with the sacral chakra. The truth. Oh my gosh, why? This is so incredible. Okay, with the throat chakra, you guys do have a lot of blue. It's so funny. Your side has a lot of blue and gray, and their side has a lot of the green and the white. Interesting. The Knight of Cups. The Nine of Swords. The Queen of Swords. Wow, there's so much communication. Communication has been kind of strong for all three piles so far. The Two of Swords. And the Empress. Then we'll get into these additional messages in a moment. Okay, you guys. So the potential of this union. I'm getting like it could restore hope in some of you guys. And that it takes trust. Like it takes trust in yourself. Because I think at some point you may be challenged with that view, that mindset, like, is this even really possible? Like that limiting belief, you know, I'm getting that you guys might be challenged with that again. And you're going to have to see that that belief system, that mindset, that is not your truth. That is not your truth. And I can see that you guys overcome that too, because you have the Empress here at the end. You can have something that is so incredible and fruitful and fulfilling. Because this person is coming in regardless, right? They're coming in with an honest, honorable offer. Honest and honorable offer. And I think maybe for some of you guys, there may be some doubt. You're like, could this really be the case? Could look, in the past, this and this happened, and this happened, and I've learned enough from my past to know that blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And that's that, like, limiting belief. That's you. I've learned enough from my past to know that this always results in this. And it's like, but that's not always true. It may have resulted in that often, but there is a chance that it could lead to something different, you know? And so you kind of come in with a little bit of boundaries and a little bit of that, what do I do? But I'm seeing for your potential, you're being given the choice of going into something that could bring you lots of fruitfulness and inner peace and happiness. And I'm getting fun and healing even from trauma. Or you can choose to be empowered, but still set up your boundaries and still live kind of through those boundaries. So you can either get the choice, so I'm seeing you guys actually have a choice. You have the choice of just fully allowing yourself to be in this union, in this partnership, or approach with boundaries and kind of have a little bit more of a closed offness. But you guys, I know it's hard when you've been hurt. Believe me, I know. But there's just so much potential of something so lovely. And even though it can be scary to let somebody in again, even though it could seem unrealistic, there is the chance that it could be great. And if you don't take the risk, you're going to be wondering, well, because settling I'm sorry, but settling kind of sucks sometimes, because that just means that you're not really getting the thing that you really wanted. You're just kind of going, this is safer, so I'm just going to go with this, And sure, there's the risk that you'll be hurt again, but there's also the risk that you'll get everything you ever wanted. So, I'm getting like, take a chance, and I'm getting a lot of communication with you guys, a lot. So maybe this person that's coming into your life, maybe it'll start out kind of like, because of those barriers and those closed walls, you guys are just going to start talking, and maybe you're going to build from there. Because I'm seeing, even though you're being given this option, I'm seeing like you can, even if you chose the Queen of Swords side with the boundaries and stuff like that, you can work through it. This person is patient and steadfast and sturdy, And you see how, look how humble and patient this person looks, and so calm. It's like, I'm still here. So even through the boundaries, it's like they can weather the storm, and they have the faith and belief to do so. So just know that there is a person who will accept you for your quirks, even if you have like this, like something in you that sometimes goes towards the negative. This person is willing to wait it out. They see you as a worthy investment in that. And let's also see any additional messages that we have here. We have family. Loving your friends and family is centered to your life purpose. Central, sorry, not centered. Free yourself. Oh, that's so perfect. It's time to take back control of your life. And passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. You guys, isn't that what we were just talking about? And I didn't want to say it, but now there's like 3 cards that have kind of confirmed it. So before I go into anything else, I just want to mention with the sexual energy here and the Empress coming out and this family card, okay? For some of you guys, you may be, if you allow it to happen, possibly having the potential to have a family with this person. Because this is a lot of, the sexual energy, and the Empress being fertility and like the mother, and this Venus, it's just like fertility, and usually you can sometimes see her depicted as pregnant, and then this family card. I'm just saying, this is just what I see, okay? You don't have to take it. May not be for all of you, but for some of you, I'm seeing that this person could be very fertile, okay? And with the free yourself and the passion, again, I'm just getting, it's like they're saying, hey, like your guides, divine is just saying, free yourself from those limiting beliefs, from that mindset. If you ever find yourself going into that doubt or fear again, like free yourself. You don't have to be there. You don't have to be stuck. You can have a different outcome. You can have something new, and you can have something incredibly full of passion. You just gotta free yourself. Just allow yourself to be able to have the possibility of doing that, because with the limiting mindsets, right, with the limiting beliefs, with the protections that we create for ourselves so that we don't experience disappointment, we also protect ourselves or keep ourselves from experiencing all the real joys that we could have by taking the risk, because there's always that potential, and there is that potential here with that love and passion and making the babies. So you could say that maybe some of you will try a lot at making the babies. Lots of making the babies. So that was your reading, group number 3. And you see even here, like she's awake, it's kind of like this transitionary thing, and she's like raking the ground. It's like starting new, planting a new seed. Planting a new seed. Fertility. But yeah, it's kind of like that, just no bullshit. Oh yes, that's another thing that's coming through with the truth and the communication and the Queen of Swords. It's kind of like a really no BS kind of vibe that I'm getting here. And it's like you guys will say it from the beginning, and you guys are already kind of like that, like you speak, you know, your mind. But I'm getting that with this person, maybe for some of you, for like a select few of you, okay? Don't take it if you don't want your ex back or whatever, but I'm getting for some of you, maybe it could be somebody that there was involvement with in the past, maybe that you had a family with before, which is why all that family stuff came up, but somebody that you could have been with in the past and you're taking them back, or you're being presented like they've grown, and being presented with the option of should I take them back, and you're come in with those boundaries. But that's for very, very, very small amount of you. I'm getting for the majority of you, it's just like from the past you've learned what it is that you want, what it is that you don't want, what is acceptable, what is not acceptable. And it's like from the beginning you kind of set your boundaries with this person, and you communicate what is acceptable and what is not, and what you expect and stuff like that. And this person is here like hearing you out, like, because again, this reading was done with the intention of somebody new coming into your life. So again, that ex thing, do not take it if it does not resonate. If you do not want your ex back, that is okay. I'm not saying that is for everyone. It's just, it came through. So for somebody, that is a message. But yes, so I'm getting that like this person just patiently, calmly like hears you out. They're not like, oh, she's got bogus, or he, you know, they're not like, oh, platypus person has bogus requests. They're just kind of like, okay, I hear you, platypus person, and I'm willing to wait and put in the time and effort to get the result that I know we can have, which is a fruitful beginning. Okay, guys, that was your reading. Please let me know in the comments down below if it resonated with you. And what is this about having the babies, okay? What is that all about, you guys? That part you don't necessarily have to comment on. But let me know, I'm getting for some of you, maybe you could have been like cross-watching. So like some of you could have been the panda person, and your person could be the platypus person. I know I'm saying that already at the end of the reading, but if that was the case for you guys, if you could just let me know in the comments down below too, because I am curious, okay? And if you have never seen Stardust, oh my gosh, you guys, I highly recommend that movie. This literally keeps making me think of Tristan from Stardust. I love that movie so much. I highly recommend. And yes, I said it like 5 times, so I think you get that. Did you know that I love that movie? Did I say that enough? I'm not sure. But yes, that was your reading, group number 3, and thank you for stopping by. Hello, group number 4. You are my final group for the day. If you are here, it is because you chose the Passion and the Nighty Night extra teas. This one is organic, and both of them are caffeine free. Okay, I'll actually tell you what are in the teas. So for Nighty Night, we've got valerian root, passion flower, lemon balm, peppermint, and then caraway fruit and licorice root. And then for passion, we have hibiscus, natural flavor, citric acid. Why is all of this in a tea? Licorice root, so double licorice there. Orange peel, cinnamon, rosehip, lemongrass, and hibiscus and elderberry extract. For color, ooh, what is the illusions? It's like dressing up to impress somebody. So these are your teas. I'm not gonna lie to you, initially when I picked out the teas, I did not have these two paired, even though I wanted to pair them together. But I was like, it's kind of suggestive. And I didn't want to go down that vibe. I didn't know if I was forcing it Oh, you know what? I just realized I didn't roll the dice for the last pile. I guess they didn't need it. Sorry about that, guys. But yes, it was kind of suggestive. Because with the passion and the nighty night, I'm getting a lot of possible, staying up at night with passionate wonder. And so I didn't pair them together because of that. But then towards the end, I was arranging the teas with the piles, and I was like, you know what? I think that this is meant to be. So they ended up together anyway. We'll talk a little bit more about your piles, but before we do that, about your teas, but before we do that, I want to just give a little breakdown of the reading and just put out a little disclaimer that this is just the person that you're bringing into your life, that by following the current path that you are on, okay? And if you do not like this person or the way that it sounds, you do not have to accept them. You do not have to take them. You do not have to accept their offer, okay? I always recommend taking these kinds of readings with a grain of salt and a light heart and just having a bit of fun. Take it as suggestive and not your end-all, be-all. This is exactly how it has to happen, because all of this stuff is always subject to change like anything else in life based off of our vibration, our energy, and our choices in life. Okay, so now that little disclaimer is out there, I just want to give you a little breakdown of what it's going to look like. We're going to lay out cards to indicate who you are at the moment, who your person is at the moment, where you guys are at the moment, and where you'll be when you meet this person, and where your person is at the moment, and where they will be when they will meet you, as well as a card for, or two. I think you guys got, you got 3. Ooh, that's the most of all the piles. You actually, yes, you guys have the largest pile. So, staying up all night. This is gonna be an all-nighter. But yes, so, and then we're going to get cards to indicate why this person is coming into your life, as well as the potential of this relationship, and any just general advice or other additional messages. Yeah, so we're going to start out, we'll start out with the layout of who you guys are first, and I'll set the other cards aside. So who you are. Oh, yes, you guys actually got... Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember which one of these. I think you guys got 2, and then your person got 1. We'll have to see. But you have the Tiger. You are being called upon to provide leadership, so trust that you are capable of doing so. Look at how beautiful this card is. I'm getting that you guys are gifted with some kind of divine beauty. Okay, this is where it gets a little fuzzy, because now I'm trying to figure out who this is for. Okay, give me 1 second. Let's see. It's a little trick, right, where the cards will tell us if it is meant for you or for your person. So show me yes. Show me no. Okay. Are you meant for pile force person? Yes. Show me yes. Okay. So this is going to be part of your person. Okay. Oh, that makes this even more interesting. Okay, so your person is don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Pueo? It's a Hawaiian owl. Your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now, so pay close attention to signs and omens from them. I'm going to move your T's out of the way just for this part. And so your person got the second card as well with Weasel. Be silent, pay attention, and simply observe with your eyes, ears, and physical feelings what is happening inside and all around you. And before I show you the card, ooh, suspense, I have to unlock the screen again. And here is your person's second card. So you guys are the only pile, apart from having the largest pile, that got 2 cards for their person. Interesting. maybe some of you guys were giving up hope or something. And oh my gosh, I just realized the owl staying up all night, the tiger, like the tigress in the bedroom. There is a lot of sensual energy with this pile. Oh my gosh, I guess it was kind of making me uncomfortable, which is why I resisted a little. Okay, and then where you currently are in your life, you have the Two of Wands, the Page of Wands, the Fool, wow, you guys really got a lot of cards. Sorry, I just need to make a little bit of space. A little space for you. And you have the Page of Swords. And where you'll be when you meet your person. This is a beautiful card. You have the Great... Oh, yeah. You have the Great Teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. I'm just going to place this down here for space. And you have the Sun. Enjoy success and happiness. And as far as your person, where they currently are, we have Death, which is crazy because you're about to see what the next card is too. So that's Death. That's a major arcana card. And their second card is another major arcana card with the World. And where they'll be when they meet you, they also got two cards. They got Medicine Guardian with Be Open and Healing Information, or to Healing Information. And Sage, be devoted and committed. Wow. Owls are also, wow, there's so much green. You guys, you have, okay. And then in regards to the reason why you guys are coming together, you got, like I said, 3 cards. But we'll set these aside and we'll look at them later. And then these will be all the other things that I mentioned. Okay, give me a moment to really connect with the energy here. Oof, 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 oof. You know what? Just as I was starting to connect with the energy here, I started feeling something in my stomach. Oof, is it the stomach? It's like between the stomach and the sacral chakra. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting that for some, there could be like some kind of, it just keeps coming in my head as like sexual damage. For some of you, I'm so sorry to say. I'm just saying it how I'm hearing it, and like somebody may have, you know, hopefully this is not the case for the majority, but somebody may have been like molested or taken advantage of. And it's really taken a toll off of this person's self-worth. And it's interesting because I'm getting like this very, like from you guys, I'm getting this very feminine energy, like this. I'm sorry if you can hear what's going on outside or all the noises all around. There is just a bunch going on, so much chaos. But it's like finding a way to navigate through the world by turning into this tiger. And this defender of yourself. And like I said, I am getting a lot of sensual nature from you guys as well, from this pile. I'm also getting that you guys are in a beginning phase. You guys are in this, currently where you're at is a beginning phase. I'm getting such juvenile feelings. You have 2 pages, you know. Pages are like, of the court cards, they're the babies, you know. And the fool is, it's so funny. I just realized the fool is the first card, and then your person, you're in this new beginning, and your person is at an ending, coming into a new beginning, because they have death, which is the ending, and then they have the world, which is the last card of the major arcana. So they're at the last card, you're at the first card. It's like both of you are coming into this. And also, just look at how beautiful this world card is. I just think this is so pretty. And I think this is so interesting. You guys are really, wow, everyone is in transitional energies. Well, I guess the reading kind of calls for transitional energies. But yeah, I'm seeing you guys are venturing out into something new, exploring something new. You're exploring your passions. You're exploring your mind. There's like a sense of freedom. There's a sense of freedom. And it's so youthful. It's like maybe before you didn't allow yourselves to express fully, or you were kind of trapped. Wow, there's like a lot of divine intervention going on in your life. Because I'm hearing sirens. I'm hearing people screaming. I have that strong sensation, like, in my physical body. You guys are being made aware of something. Maybe it has something to do with that deep spiritual healing, because you have the great teacher learning from spiritual experiences in the sun, with enjoying success and happiness, even though this is in your future, right? This is where you'll be when you meet your person. It's like you guys are really going down this divine path. I'm getting really like a release, you know? You're allowing yourselves, you're being allowed to try something new, take a risk, just you're going in without like a limiting belief, without hesitation. You're just, I'm trying to find the words to fully explain it, but it just kind of feels like a release, like freedom. Like you got out of something heavy, or you were in something heavy, and then you left and you allowed yourself, you gave yourself permission to like actually do things that you enjoy, actually start something, actually do this and do that and try this and try that. And it's like you're getting all of these youthful energies here, because it's like, in a way, it's almost like regressing, you know, to like childhood, inner childhood, allowing yourself to do the things that you kind of always wanted to do, but we're like, no, you know. And so now you're like, oh, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. Why not? And I'm getting a lot of like getting in touch with that sexual energy as well, like coming into that sexual prowess. And I think you guys always had like a very sensual sexual energy around you, even if you possibly did not see it for some of you, but it's always been there. I'm getting it's kind of like a healing ability. That's interesting. I think I did pick a card like a year or so ago. And the last pile had something to do with that too, kind of like sacred, sexual, sensual healing. Yeah, and just that like juvenile phase of like that exploratory phase is what I'm seeing here. It's like an exploratory. You guys are exploring new possibilities and new ways of doing things, and just new passions, new mindsets, it's like you're allowing yourself to go without the limiting beliefs, without limiting cultural things, and you're just allowing yourself to just try, you know, reconnecting with yourself. And where you'll be when this person comes into your life is, well, with the sun and the success and happiness here, I'm seeing healing. And with this great teacher, and it being like the image of, oh, why is there staying here? Learning from spiritual experiences. Honestly, what I'm seeing here is some of you guys really could be some great teachers, and that the trauma and hard things that you went through in your life is because you're meant to help guide others through it. And you're going through this juvenational thing where you're kind of like rediscovering your true nature and your true self, and you're letting your inner child shine, and where you'll be when you meet your person, when they come into your life, is you'll already be living in it a little bit, in that life. Like, you already started those new beginnings, and you're going to be in this phase in your life for like a couple of months. Like, I'm thinking maybe like 3 months or something. It kind of makes me think of the second pile. Maybe you chose the second pile too. The reason it makes me think of the second pile is just because of the time frame thing. Normally I don't do time frames. And again, them being in that, like, I think with the second pile, they were also like trying something. Yeah, they were divinely guided to be trying something new. And then once they developed that a little bit, with them I was getting more around 6 months. With you guys, I'm getting more around 3 months. Time is relative though, so take it with a grain of salt. Timing is always changing, which is why I don't like doing timing, but that's just what I'm getting for you guys. And I'm getting like divine is really trying to talk to you. Like, divine is really with you. They're guiding you through this. They're with you through this transitionary phase. They're with you through this new phase into freedom. Like, really allowing your true nature out. Maybe you kept it safe and you kept it protected for some time because of what you went through with that kind of, with the abuse. But now it's kind of like you experienced the last straw, and so now where you're at is like this phase where you're just like, I just want to try everything. Why do I have to be limited to what I thought was acceptable or what I was suppressing? Like, why do I have to be sad? Why do I have to be stuck in that place? Why do I have to be stuck in that phase? Why do I have to be there? It doesn't make sense. It's like you guys are seeing that and you're just like, why shouldn't I pursue something that brings me joy? Like, for example, right? I actually have always wanted to take dance classes, and I would be very insecure about it because I didn't feel like I looked the part, and I had insecurities about the intimacy aspect of it and just a bunch of stuff. And so I always wanted to take dance classes ever since I was little, but again, there's that insecurity. I didn't want to be seen as well, and even though I wanted to be seen, but I didn't want to be seen. And now I signed up for dance classes so many years later because I'm like, why should I have to deny this pleasure to myself, this joy to myself of something that I've always wanted to do that is very easy to accomplish or to achieve? It just doesn't make sense. Like, who am I putting this front on for, I'm just holding myself back from having that joy or that happiness or that desire fulfilled. And so it's kind of like I'm seeing you guys are in that similar kind of space. And where you'll be is you'll be a little bit more further along in that, where you had already started, like you're continuing, following those paths and stuff like that. There's a lot of divine guidance here with the Fool having that little spirit puppy, spirit guides leading you there, with the great teacher having the spirit through Dove being there. And this time it's like their spirit with the Fool, spirit is like telling you, go jump off the cliff, leap. And then when you meet your person, it's like spirit is just guiding and you're like, where do I go now? And you're just following along. It's like you take the risk initially. Wow, there's so much noise going on for your pile. Maybe you guys are clairaudient, which is like you get intuitive messages through like music and through hearing things. But yeah, so I'm getting, it's like you guys are just like, oh, where do I go now? So yeah, that's so exciting. It's like you start out, like spirit is like, divine is like guiding you, God is like guiding you to take the risk first. And then it goes to like, okay, now that you took that risk and you showed us, oh, I can do that leap of faith, I trust you, we're just going to keep guiding you, and you're just going to have so much fulfillment and happiness. And again, I'm getting that this is like, I'm getting around 3 months, And again, time is relative, but I'm getting 3 months. Now, let's go on to your person. With your person, okay, both of you guys are super observant. Because you've got the tiger. Any feline, or even like wolves, it's like a predator. They're stalking creatures, so they observe their prey. But your person has the owl and the weasel. And with the weasel, it's like there's this playful energy, but also like beady eyes, observant. With the owl, huge focus on the eyes, observant. And it's like both of you have this instinct where you kind of just watch and you know when it's time to take action. And I'm getting like you have this like powerful presence, and your person has a powerful presence too, but it may not always seem obvious because these are smaller creatures and yours is just one card but a bigger creature. And I'm thinking like with your person, it's not always as obvious because they keep quiet because they know where to invest their energy. And even though they may not say anything, they're super, super, super observant. And maybe they're, oh, you know what? Both of those creatures also have excellent hearing, and so does the tiger. So maybe both of you guys mirror each other's intuitive abilities, and maybe both of you guys are clairvoyant and clairaudient. So clairvoyant is when you have like a psychic sight. So maybe you have like dreams, premonition dreams. And where they currently are, and I'm also getting like, again, they're really observant. There's something a little nocturnal about them. And it's almost like you guys kind of spot each other first. Like the tiger thinks, oh, I spotted you. But really, the owl has the higher ground and the weasel is coming from below ground. And they're like, no, I spotted you. It's like they probably see you first, but you think, I see them. But it's like, I technically saw you first. And where they are currently in their, and I'm also getting that they're very wise, you guys, that they're very intelligent because they're so observant. They understand how people work, and they may not always lead on that they understand and that they know, but they know. They could also be a really good judge of character, is what I'm getting. And then where they currently are in their life is a major transitionary period. Okay, the end of a cycle is happening for them, and they're getting a fulfillment as well. Like, seriously, guys, 2 major arcana cards that indicate the end of a cycle. So it's just so funny how you guys are also kind of like ending that cycle, but you're in the beginning parts. You're just starting fresh, just starting new. You just kind of just walked out of that cycle, and you're like testing the waters, you're trying it out, and they're here like don don da don don da da da. Like that's what I'm getting. Like isn't that the Death March, or is that the Darth Vader thing? Ooh, I don't remember if that's the Darth Vader thing or the Death March, but whatever it is, there's like that heavier energy here. And I'm noticing you guys have a little bit more yellowy, orangey pizzazz, and they've got a little bit more greeny colors as well. But yeah, with the death and the world, they're really going through it right now, you guys. They are having some major, major, major divinely guided life changes happening. And it's bringing them into this new phase in their life. And even if you look at your cards are a little brighter and sunnier, and theirs are like deeper in colors. So I think that like they could really just be kind of feeling like they're going through it. But the good news is that they're actually going through it. They're not staying stagnant in that heavy energy. And I'm getting that they're no stranger to change and to that heavy energy either. something about alchemy and transmuting and transitions. They're good with transitions. They're used to transitions. Maybe they also had some kind of something in the past with their family, some kind of high and realistic expectation, or something with their family, I'm getting. And it, like, maybe they moved around a lot, because I'm getting that they're good with transitions. So maybe they moved house a lot and they had to start new many times. But regardless of what it is, they're good at transitions. And then where they'll be when they meet you with the medicine guardian and the sage, it's like, with the medicine guardian, I'm getting, they ended, like, you know, they're in that new phase. They're in that new phase. There's a lot of heart chakra presence where they'll be. There's a lot of, like, trust and soul where you'll be. And a lot of heart and deep wisdom and deep knowing, and, you know, where they'll be when they come into your life. So it's almost like when they come into your life, they had just experienced that death and end of a cycle and healing. Maybe it's an end of a karmic cycle. And they come into your life with experiencing that healing, that health and happiness internally, you know, that emotional happiness and fulfillment. And with the owl and the sage, it's like they're very wise. They've been through a lot, and I'm getting like they may be young, and I'm not saying they're younger than you. I'm just saying, like, if you're 30, they could be like 34, 35, you know, like they may not be that much older than you. Or even if they are older than you, they're still technically considered young by most people. You know, like 30 is technically not old. But they've experienced a lot in their life. That's funny. And, oh my gosh, whoa. Okay, so all the other cards I never expressed features, but for your guys' cards, I'm just gonna say there may be a chance that this person has green eyes or energetically has green eyes, because the medicine guardian has green eyes. It looks like Jesus here has gray eyes, but with the lighting, like when I look at it from this spot here, like they literally look vibrant green. The tiger has green eyes, and this person has a lot of green with their thing here. So they may have green or hazel gray green eyes. Yeah, because this sage also kind of has like hazel eyes. So that's interesting. You guys are the only pile that have a physical feature. And you know what? With all the gazing and the intensity with the eyes there, was it this pile that I mentioned that the eyes are so intense? Like there's a lot of gazing? I think so. It's like with the seeing and stuff. There's a lot of emphasis on the eyes. So that's interesting. But yes, there's a lot of wisdom with this person, and they've been through a lot. And I think that that's what I was saying with the youthfulness is, even though they may look young, they've been through so much in their life that they are just so wise. And there's like, they have so much experience under their belt. Experience that like people will look at them and be like, how do you have so much experience? You're not even that old, you know, to have gone through all that stuff. And they're like, well, it's because this person has gone through all the things that they went through. And what I think is interesting is there's 2, 2, 2. This person is probably really symmetrical. And I think by nature, they're really heart-centered. And I think they're coming back to their true nature. Because maybe, you know, at some point they had a little bit of a hard something. And it kind of caused them to, like, not dull their hearts, but kind of like dim it, or kind of like put a pause on hearing it or something. And I feel like they're just really operating from the place of their heart now, their heart space. They're coming from a place of unconditional love. And I keep feeling like I want to say something, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. And I'm feeling something in my throat. So I'm getting something about the throat chakra for you guys. Maybe this person was really silent as a kid. Or maybe this person is a little bit more quiet by nature, or maybe that's something that they still, even though they have a good heart chakra, they need to work on their expression. And you guys probably have started really working on your expression and really voicing your opinions and letting yourself be free in that way. And maybe that's something that you could help them with, or that's something that they're starting, like you're starting to have that connection, right? With your heart space and everything, following your passion, following your guidance and divine, and they're also operating from their heart. But I'm getting something about maybe they observe you before they come forward to you first, because they're which is, I guess, where that I saw you first thing came from. No, you think you saw me first, but really I was the one who saw you first. But maybe they just took their time to come because they didn't want to say something about the throat. I'm just getting something about wanting to say things, but it's not coming out. I don't know. Maybe we'll get some clarity a little later. But let's look at the reason why this person is coming into your life. You've got Gaia with the number 28, which comes out to 10 or 1. I don't know if you can see it with the glare. You also have Divine Feminine with the number 12. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, I'll show you why it's funny. Divine Feminine with the number 21, which is a 3. And then Change with the number 12, which is a 3. But the way that they came out is like this. So it's 1, 2, 2, 1. So 22 surrounded by ones. So what is the reason for you guys coming together? Let's take a look. Okay, I'm getting that you guys coming together is actually a very powerful mission for the earth. You guys have a divine plan, a divine contract to come together to create change on the earth, to shift the vibration and frequency of this planet. I guess it makes sense with the great teacher here and the sage. Oh, yes. There's that mirroring. You guys have those similarities but differences, a lot of the, it's funny, that seems to be the case with almost all the piles today. But you guys have these deeply wise people, and then success and happiness and open to healing information. It's you guys, you're just meant to bring some kind of light and joy and divine upgrades to this planet, to the frequency and light codes, to Gaia. And that comes through your union. And even though this is not the divine masculine card, I'm getting with those sharp edges and the squares of a slightly more geometric aspect of it. There's some kind of big shift that you guys are meant to help usher in. It's you and a group of other, your soul family, it's you're one of the rainbows here. There's multiple rainbows on this card. You guys are one of the rainbows. You're sanctioned to be in this spot and help elevate the frequency there. And then there's other light workers, that have similar missions to you, and you guys are just one of them. You're one of the pairs that is meant to help usher in this light. It's a divinely signed contract that you guys kind of had, which is why both of you experienced the stuff that you experienced. And you're meant to be voicing your opinions and voicing your beliefs and lessons, your teachings. And I'm getting, even though both of you are observant, your partner is the more observant one between the two of you. And this seems like a fated union. I was going to say fated relationship, but it's also a fated union. You couldn't stop it if you tried, I just heard. And I think you guys coming together is going to be helping your opening up your chest, I heard, and helping your throat chakra. And I think, even though we haven't gotten any cards on this, but based off of the tea and the energy that we got from the beginning, I just want to touch on the fact that there is going to be a lot of sensual energy between the two of you guys. And I think that's also what may initially, for some of you, draw you into each other. Like, this person's going to look at you and be like, that's a fine piece of tiger fur coat. I don't know. I hope that's not what they say to you. But basically, they're going to look at you and be like, whoa, that's one. We'll say, because I was saying the tiger was giving me more of a tigress vibe, but it will be like, that's one hell of a woman. And you see them like, that is a snack, you know. But I think when they see you, they see deeper. But when you see them, you also see deeper. But you're like, oh, this person fine. And I think even if you're just kind of coming in touch or getting back in touch with your sensuality or sexuality, this person will spot it from a mile away. They're just going to see all of that energy all at once. Because like I said, they have a good judge of character. They can see people's like true nature for some of these people that are coming into your life. And they're just going to see that like sensual energy about you, even though like you just got all this like passion and beginner energy, kind of like a novice energy, because novice energy, because you're just kind of starting out with all of that, you know, like you're just getting in touch with those childhood passions and stuff. Or I guess in some ways you could say just starting to live your life. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of attraction, we'll say, between the two of you guys. And you guys could stay up all night talking and doing the ba-ding-a-ding, you know, the fun stuff too, is what I'm getting. So the talking is like, yeah. Okay. And then in regards to the potential of this union, right? But yeah, you guys definitely, there's something that your union is meant to help heal, bring healing to this world. And, you know, genders are irrelevant, so it's whoever, you know, the type of people that you like. But you guys are meant to really just usher in this new era of healing. And I say genders because it says divine feminine, all this stuff. So energy is just energy, and that's about it. Yeah, it's just so beautiful. But I'm getting that you guys have like a more divine feminine energy as a couple. And just what that means is there's just going to be like a more focus on like nurturing and emotions and emotional fulfillment and love and stuff like that, and creativity, which I think is very sweet. There's a lot of solar plexus. There's a lot of all chakras actually here. So a lot of enlightenment and spiritual awakening. It's pretty cool. And then the potential you guys have is so interesting, because it's like you guys got only one of these cards, and you got decision. It's a solar plexus one. And it's interesting because this is the only one that perplexes me the most of all of the color swaps. And all the other piles got more than one, and you guys only got one for this. Even though all the other cards you guys have a bunch of. But this is the one card you guys got one of. Then you have the Six of Wands with that victory. The Knight of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles. You have almost all the pages. The only page you're missing is the Page of Cups. It's so interesting. Okay, so what is the potential of this union before we get into the additional messages? So the potential here, I'm getting that with the decisions here, it's up to you. It is up to you. You are being given the decision to choose how you want this relationship to unfold. It could be extreme, like there's only positive good things really here to say. I guess, another message. Okay. how you could deliver your mission, I guess, is up to you. So whether you choose to do it through friendship or romantically, but I'm getting that, yeah, through friendship or romantically. But this, hold on. Whatever it is that, however you guys choose to come into union, it's going to be a victorious one. It's just, there's just so much good energy around it. There's just so much stability, and you guys are really going to be offering so much to each other and to the world. And I'm getting people will line up to like present stuff to you guys, kind of out of gratitude. I don't know why I'm getting that, but with all of these people facing in the same direction towards the divine feminine, and you have the great teacher and the sage, it's kind of making me think like people are just lining up. Like, you know how when Jesus, like in the story, right, when Jesus was born, and like the three horsemen, or the three horsemen, is that what it is? The three wise men? And not just them, but like everyone was kind of like lining up to present their gifts to Jesus or to Mary. I don't know who they were presenting the gifts to, because like such a miracle has occurred. Well, it's like the shift, the major shift that you guys are creating for the earth is like it gets like followings or something. So kind of like disciples, or with the sage and the great teacher, you know, like people go and they do offerings to their gurus, kind of like that kind of vibe is what I'm getting. That's funny. That's for obviously for just a few of you. For some of you, again, I'm getting that sensation in my throat chakra, like there's something that wants to come out. But what it is, I don't know. So maybe some of you guys may benefit from working with lapis lazuli. Yeah, I don't know what it is. And I want to hold my breath a bit too. And my stomach is doing its thing again. Interesting. You guys have some physical work to do. And I think the sexy times may help liberate those things too. But yeah, and even though I was mentioning, like when I was mentioning the friendship, like you're gonna get a choice of how you want to further along or pursue this relationship. I think what I was getting with the friendship is like maybe for some of you guys it may start out as a friendship. And I'm just being, I guess, called to say it, so I'll say it. For some of you, maybe if you swing that way, you know, it could be same gender. But I'm also getting that it could sometimes come across that way because you guys are just, your souls are just so similar, or you're so similar. Something about you guys being so similar. I don't know. There's something there that's just, it's really hard to kind of pinpoint, so it may just end up being a mystery. We'll see, but let's see. Maybe the additional messages will help. We have study, reading, research, and education, helping you gain confidence and clarity about your career. Interesting, because there is career focus here with the pentacles, so many pentacles, and that purpose and mission kind of thing, and the sun being success and happiness and career. And it's funny, because with this study, you also have the owl. This like older man with like wisdom, right? Oh, and again, this is so interesting. Options. Consider the career possibilities that are open to you. All of this is going to be pertaining to careers because this deck is about careers. But you have options. So you have decisions and options. And then you have spiritual teacher. Whoa. Interesting. So you have spiritual teacher. You heal with your classes, sessions, and seminars. And remember how I was saying like there's like this teacher vibe, or like this like guidance guru, spiritual guide vibe to both of you guys, and that big purpose and mission. So that's those three. And then you have, so this is, I'm just, sorry guys, I'm just piecing it together a little bit. You have unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And the screen dimmed. What are you trying to say? What do you mean? And then you have, this is where it gets weird, you know, you've got wedding. The situation involves marriage. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Okay, I think it's kind of coming through the message more clearly. And then we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Okay. So this is meant to be a romantic reading, right? But I was saying something about friendship and the same sex and decisions and options. And what I'm getting from that is the person that may be coming into your life. I'm getting more of a friendship vibe from them. Which is so interesting because there is initially that chemistry, but maybe that chemistry and that sexual attraction is just meant to bring you guys together. To fulfill your purpose and mission. But there is a really strong friendship vibe there, like camaraderie. And I guess maybe you're going to get the option of whether you choose to pursue a relationship. I guess because even though there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of like platonic energy as well. And with the spiritual teacher, again, it's like you guys are coming together for that like greater purpose, and you have a great purpose. But it's just so weird because you have these cards that's saying unrequited love, but then you have wedding and engagement and reconciliation. And so maybe in a past life you guys were married. But no, the way that it's laid out here, okay, sorry guys, I'm just really trying to figure this out for you. Maybe in a past life, there was unrequited love. Or a situation kind of presented itself the way that it presented itself. You guys couldn't be together. Like maybe there was a status difference or something. And so one person chose security over, faith, religion, love, trust, whatever. They chose security over the other person. And it's like in this life, you're getting the chance to do a do-over. And fulfill that engagement or that promise that you guys made, your souls made to each other then, to come together. Ah, yes, that seems to be more. I'm going to roll the dice. Let's roll the dice and see. Yeah, you have the number 19. The number 11, so that's the 11th house. Oh, the 11th house, the house of friendship. You have Pluto, death, rebirth, and that sexual energy. And you have Capricorn, which is also that sexual energy. And it's like Saturn, right? So rule the past. Lives, relationships. Interesting. And with the 19, it's the end, but it's also a beginning, because 1 and 9 becomes 10, which is 1. And Pluto is death and rebirth. There is a lot of endings and beginnings with you guys and your connection. And I'm getting in the past, you may not have been able. Oh, yes, okay. You guys are given the Okay, you're given the okay. You're coming together for this greater purpose and mission that your souls have signed up to come together to create and do and serve for the earth. But there was a past life where something was getting in the way of you guys coming together. And so you also get the privilege in this life to complete that cycle by ending up together. And I guess that's why you've been given that like sexual energy and pull towards each other, so that you can complete that cycle, so that you can come together, because that friendship is strong with you guys, but it's also a soul connection, soul tie, because of this unrequited love card here and the decisions. And even here in this study, you see this person's like thinking. And I'm guessing like there could also be that fear of your relationship getting in the way of the big purpose or mission. But I don't think that's the case, because I think your relationship is part of the mission and the big purpose. And maybe that's why I'm getting so much throat chakra stuff, and like that sensation of wanting to say something but not being able to, because that could be something from the past too. Because this person could have been shut down before in the past in this. So for some of you, it could be an ex, I guess. But, you know, for others, it could be like a past life. That's kind of how I'm interpreting it. I'm interpreting it as a past life. But like in the past, this person has been shut down before when they presented something. And I guess it makes it even harder for them to. But you guys are soulmates, though. That's the thing. That was why I was so confused, because it's like, you guys are soulmates, you know? But for some of you guys, it is, I guess I should just do my due diligence and say it could be an ex. But from the beginning, I was already kind of feeling a new person vibe. So if you guys are like, I don't want my ex back, don't worry, it's not your ex then. If you don't want your ex back, it's just for some of you, that could be it. But remember, the intention of this reading is that it's a new person. So, yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. It's like you guys could have had this like friendship or camaraderie, like friendship is big with you guys, but there's that initial fear because of the unrequited love of the past, and their voicing what it is that they wanted, and not having it reciprocated, and that was very painful. And so it kind of trickled into this incarnation, into this life. But you know what? I kind of want to pull more cards for you guys, even though you are the largest pile. You get extra special treatment because I just want to know more about this situation. So give me 1 second. I think I'll pull these guys because they're a little more easily available. Okay. Okay, can we please get some clarification in regards to this? Even though I already kind of feel within me like that was it. Like that throat chakra stuff was from the past. And that like platoniciness is from the past, because maybe you guys were like same-sex friends in the past. But I'm not even getting that necessarily. But I just think that whatever you guys were in the past was not socially acceptable, maybe, and it turned into this unrequited thing. But it's like in this life, this person that's coming into your life was, I think the person that's coming into your life was the one who experienced the unrequited love. And so there's like this kind of silenceness, you know, like you were like a temptress. Okay, and nothing's coming out too. Okay, can we please just get some clarification? Look, yeah, okay. For me, this is like confirmation of that with the 6 of Cups. That's that soulmate past energy, that past life. Or I guess you could say X too, because it's like childhood and past, reminiscing of the past. That soulmate energy. And like, look, this person is like the guy here is like leaning over, and the girl's like, oh no, here, let me help you, you know. But I'm getting like he's the one who's falling more for her. He's just like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. I'm like out of breath. She's like, hey, everything's okay. Yeah, 8 of Swords and 2 of Cups. Okay, yeah. With the 8, so the 6 of Cups is also pleasure. The 8 of Swords is interference. I don't know if I showed them to you. There's the 8 of Swords. And then the 2 of Cups. You guys got the longest reading too. Look at that. With the love. And on the bottom of the deck you have completion. 4 Wands. 4 Wands is a celebration too. It's also, people call it the 11-11. People call it the 11-11 thing as well, because it's like the 2, you know, pillars holding up the tent. They call it the house of they call it also a card associated with the home and wedding. Oh, it's doubly the wedding, right? There's this wedding and then there's this wedding, even though in this card it's not a wedding, but it's more of a wheel and a completion of a cycle. And you see, even with the 8 of Swords, like traditionally in tarot, is the 8 of Swords somewhere near here? I thought I saw it somewhere close by. No, maybe it's here. No. Okay. Traditionally with the 8 of Swords, it's like a woman who's blindfolded and her hands are tied and she's like amongst swords and she's taking a step, not seeing where she's going, you know. It's kind of like that sensation of being trapped when all she had to do was realize she could like free herself. She could just remove the blindfold and see where she's going. So I'm getting, it's like there's this past and there's like this karmic aspect to your relationship. And I guess Saturn can also, Capricorn being ruled by Saturn, can also talk about karma. And it's like you guys are meant to complete that cycle. You're meant to have the love and relationship that you were meant to have then. Something like got in the way before, but you guys are meant to have the love then. Like maybe you guys are meant to end up together and then somebody started like a rumor or something, or really tried to interfere with this union. And so it just didn't happen and it got cut short. And in this life you're meant to finally have that completion. Your souls were like yearning to come together again, to have that completion, that experience with each other, that love with each other, that kind of love with each other. And so you guys are actually going to have a very beautiful kind of love. It's going to be very sweet, very romantic, and the stuff that dreams are made of. But yes, so rest assured there was some confusion with you guys a little, but now there is clarity. It is just like a past thing that needed healing, and that's where that indifference came from. And it's a healing that was needed on both ends, I'm getting too. Yeah, because the person who was feeling that unrequited love also in a way disconnected themselves from their emotion or their ability to love, for some of you. Okay, well, you guys, that was a really complicated and more in-depth reading than I was expecting it to be, but I hope you enjoyed your reading. If it did resonate, please let me know in the comments down below. It seems like you guys are really coming into a special phase into your life, so that's quite exciting. And I wish you guys all the best, lots of love, lots of luck and prosperity. And I'm glad that you guys are coming into this place where your heart is going to get a chance to really feel that kind of love that you deserve. And sorry for the complications of this reading, but it looks like we really got a whole little story unfurling there. And I hope you guys, and you really did get all the extra. You were the only card, the only pile I actually even ended up having to pull clarifiers for. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Hope you enjoyed your reading, and sending you lots of love and light. And bye. Thank you for stopping by.